Alright, you guys, welcome back to the channel. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero 2.0 is finally here. We've been waiting patiently for the December patch. It just went live. I'm going to try my best to cover all the important details, so without further ado, please make sure to drop a like, turn on post notifications, and let's hop straight into it. So the first thing that you should know, they went ahead and updated the Sparking Zero shop. They included the martial arts pack and the Victory Aura / V-Jump DLC pack. Each will cost you $1 US. If you don't know what these are, let's break this down. So for the martial arts pack, we'll get early access to Gohan Future Super Saiyan, and Bardock. Of course, we probably already have these characters unlocked. We can unlock them through the original story mode or by purchasing them through the shop with in-game currency. We also get 2 additional costumes, which would be the original Z Bardock design and the original Gi for Future Gohan. Here's everything, as well as Capsule 94, which is called Super Sparking. It's an ability item that enhances the character when equipped. As for the Victory Power / V-Jump DLC pack, we'll get access to the V-Shape Aura. This is exclusive to the Saiyan characters, not for all 184 playable characters, which is kind of unfortunate. And access to the Victory Power Capsule, which is number 95. It's an ability item that enhances the character when equipped. Now, some people already have these unlocked because we were able to purchase these items via the V-Jump magazine, right? It was exclusive over there, but I'm just happy that they're now available over here in the actual Sparking Zero shops, right? So going back to Sparking Zero, version 2.0 is finally here. They added a ton of different adjustments. For example, game mode adjustments, functionality adjustments, battle system, skill, blast, character adjustments. Let's just go over to training mode and break down the new character roster. There should be this filter that allows us to switch from the old roster to the updated one that's more akin to Budokai Tenkaichi 2 / Budokai Tenkaichi 3. Oh, so this is the original one with all the different transformations. If we press switch view L2, let's see. Oh, the switch. So everything is just a lot nicer looking. You know, it's organized by sagas. Look at this. So we have early Goku, Piccolo, Raditz, the very start of Dragon Ball Z. Then the Saiyan arrival with Kid Gohan, Yamcha, Krillin, Tien, Chatsu, Cyberman, Scouter Vegeta, Nappa. And then moving forward to the Planet Namek saga with mid-Z Goku, all the Planet Namek characters, Frieza, Nail. Then we have the Android saga. Dude, this is epic. So you probably noticed that the transformations are missing if we go ahead and click on a character. So Gohan over here, for example, look at that. We have the transformations under a different select. Dude, they listen to the feedback, and this is just top tier. This is my preferred roster. If you like the original one, it's easy to switch views. But they also added some different elements. So if we look over to the right, the transformation information, they added the actual scale count, how much you need to transform to the ascended form, as well as the technique information. It shows the skill counts for the Blast 1 abilities and the key bars for the Blast 2 abilities. And there's been other small quality of life changes. Super Gogeta Z, for example, they slightly tweaked his character design. Before he had this tan, now his skin tone is a bit lighter, and I think his hair model is a bit fluffier. But this update, it just goes crazy. So now the final character in this specific, order would be Daima Goku. Cell, all of his absorptions, we still can't transform into his perfect state, unfortunately. Oh, look at that. So Perfect Cell is not besides his previous forms. It goes Cell Jr., and then Perfect, which it makes sense to the anime because Cell Jr. did appear in the show before Perfect Cell. So I just really like the placements. Oh, the fusions, just like BT3. No way. So Z Goku, of course, with Vegito and Super Saiyan, as well as Z Gogeta. I don't know why I don't have them unlocked, but it is what it is. I think the super counterparts, when we get to them, right here, actually, yeah, they have the blue transformations for Vegito and the DBS variation of Gogeta as well. So let's go over to the 1-player versus 2-player lobby, because they also added all 12 stages under that specific mode, which is a thing that a lot of players actually wanted when the game officially dropped. And also the different variations. So, you know, the tournament stage with the crowd, without the crowd, open field, evening, night, rocky land, evening, night. Let's go ahead and fight under the land of the Kais. So as I said before, there's been other battle system adjustments like the smash attack, steps, Z burst dash. There's been added features, the high speed dragon dash, skill adjustments. So we'll eventually get to all that. But one thing I noticed, I'm going to be playing as Goku over here because they changed the speed of the actual ultimate attacks. You know, the energy waves, the energy orbs, all that crazy stuff. Oh, so this is also a new feature. It's called My Sets. Basically, you get to create a team, right? Different presets. We have up to 5. So if you have, you know, 5 different playstyles with different teams, you can go ahead and set that up and then just quickly, you know, save the team and play as them right off the bat. Another thing that they did, they made the intros skippable. Of course, I am playing 2 players right now, so it's just going to be me playing. Just go ahead and press start and boom, skip the intro for the online matches as well. And it's finally here, man. All 12 maps. Check this out. A while ago, they mentioned when the game dropped that they couldn't add all maps under offline local split screen just because technical difficulties, stuff that I don't really know about, but they patched it, man. They fixed all of that. No problems over here. Now, I did have a fear because one of the reasons... Oh, so there it is, stage destruction. One of the reasons they mentioned was because of the rendering with the stage destructions under local split screen. But it seems like we have all of that here. Just go ahead and throw out some key boss attacks. See what we have. Yeah, so the craters, they still stay on the map. They don't regenerate. It seems basically the same how it is in the original game under online play, story missions, all that cool stuff. So this is actually one of the blast adjustments that they made. Speed has been reduced, basically. You'll notice the speed. We got the Tree of Might right there in the way.
Something for you. This is everyone's power, the Spirit Bomb!
You see that? The startup of the blast itself, it seems very slow motion, and the speed to get to the opponent. You definitely noticed it, right? So let's try to break down some of the actual battle system adjustments. So they went ahead and included the new action high-speed Dragon Dash. Basically, to activate this, you press and hold R2 and hold X if you're on PlayStation 5. And this is how it looks like. You just dash towards the opponent. They went ahead and adjusted the smash attack. You will no longer be stunned when being hit by a rush key blast when charging a smash attack. And I believe that's a smash attack, right? So I'm going to go ahead and charge. Yeah, so we have super armor, essentially. You see that? All right, that's epic. More iframes there, or super armor, whatever.
Yeah, take this!
And it also says when charging a smash attack during a rush attack, charge time reduction based on a hit count has increased. All right, so the longer the combo, and then let's say you decide to press and hold under the 5th input, the charge time has been increased, so it would take a bit longer. So let's say if you press and hold after the first couple inputs, the charge time will be a lot faster than the first 5 inputs. You see that? That was actually perfect. So let's try this once more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Charge. Boom. 1, 2. You see how faster that was after the first 2 hits. Just small different details that a lot of the competitive players definitely appreciate. You know, it's just like frames. You could barely tell Rush Ki Blast. The time between being able to fire the next Rush Ki Blast after firing the maximum consecutive amount at once, different for each character, has been increased. So Goku over here, Z End, he can throw out, what, 5 or 6 Ki Blasts at a time, and then it will take a little bit longer to throw out the next rotation. So this is how it looks like if we just keep pressing the input, throwing out the Ki Blast consecutively. So you can see how there's this pause after each rotation, right? So that's basically what it is. They just increase the time frame. Now for the charged Ki Blast, let's see if they increase the time for this as well. Oh yeah, they definitely did. So you can't immediately go back into the charging state after you throw the first one. So I'm pressing it now. Yeah, so he doesn't charge up until a little bit after the opponent recovers. Interesting. Rush Ki Blast Deflection. You can now move while deflecting Rush Ki Blast. Now, correct me down below if I'm wrong, but wasn't this technically already in the game? I think they just made it a lot smoother. The mobility is now there, because I think before, when you would deflect Ki Blast while flying, you would just go in one direction and you couldn't move, right? But now, let's go ahead and replenish some Ki. Again, we can move freely, like if we're just moving around normally, but we're just deflecting. So that's kind of cool. Steps. You will now no longer be able to be hit by certain attacks immediately after performing a step. Rush Ki Blast and Smash Ki Blast can now also be evaded. So I think they're referring to this. Let's just say Goku strikes and we step forward like this. Oh, you saw the weave. So now it works against Ki Blast attacks. Oh! Yo, Ultra Instinct Goku base form! Let's try the charge. Oh! Alright, I did not time that all too well. Once more. Oh, that is epic. Look at that. Oh! So it works for a lot of the attacks, you know, Ki Blast, melee. Let's just do the spam. Let's see how this operates. Alright, once more. So if the opponent spams, then of course it will connect. However, you could dash to the side like so. Again, I am doing this one player and I'm trying to control 2 controls over here. Oh! Hey! So if the opponent spams and you dash to the side, look, they still aim at the same spot, which means you can follow up with an attack immediately. Woohoo! Wasn't this technically in the game as well? They obviously patched it and made it better. Z Burst Dash, the amount of Ki consumed when activating it has been increased. That's this one, right? Oh my gosh! Yeah, so it takes 2 whole Ki bars for the Z Burst Dash. Insane. Over here in training mode, just because everything's a lot simpler, Burst Smash. Ki will no longer be consumed when activating it, and will instead consume an amount based on distance traveled. So I think this is the Burst Smash where we dash forward and press triangle, correct? So let's try this. Boom. Triangle. Boom. Alright, so yeah, my Ki definitely depleted after that. Let's get 5 Ki bars and try this once more. So pay attention to the Ki. Look at that. Press triangle. Yeah, I definitely saw it deplete. So it goes based off of distance. So you have to be a bit more strategic when it comes to that. Hopefully that was the Burst Smash. The original Blast feature, damage has been increased when using a boost. Oh, so for the super attacks, right? So Super Kamehameha. Ah, we don't have a Blast feature because usually the Blasts will pop up under cinematic super attacks. And I think Dragon Burst is one of them. So let's try that. Yeah, boost. Perfect. We can't necessarily tell because I don't know how much damage it did before, but just know that when activating the blast, it would do a bit more damage. Z-Search will no longer lose track of your opponent when characters are swapped. Oh, no way. You will now quickly regain sight of your opponent if they enter your line of sight from the front when Z-Search is not locked onto them. So basically, they just fixed the problem because before it was horrendous. I even noticed that. Let's see if I can showcase it here. I do know that after the Super Spirit Bomb lands, you unlock from the opponent, right? So let's see if Goku Black can search down Goku over here and just, you know, quickly regain his sight. Let's see how this operates. Oh my gosh, yeah. I didn't even recover, and I locked onto the opponent. Dude, they definitely improved that. I know a lot of players are going to be happy about this one. Z counter. The input window has been shortened. Z counter will become more difficult to perform if performed consecutively. Key consumed has been increased when successfully performing a Z counter. Skill count increased. Speed has been reduced when successfully performing a Z counter. We're going to be testing this out in 1-player versus 2-player. Again, I'm the only one playing, so let's see if I can time this. Probably not. Oh my gosh. Wait, that was a bit tougher to time after like the first couple of snap vanishes. Again, it is kind of difficult though, so if it was just 1-player versus 1-player, it would be a lot easier to tell. But let's try this once more. Snap vanish. Boom. Yeah. Alright, they just improved it, right? With each snap vanish, it's going to be harder to time, basically, which is a good thing. We have the revenge counter. Skill count consumed when using perception against revenge counter has been reduced from 2 to 1. I have a total of 6 skill count, so it should go down to 5. Let's see if he revenge counters, where I can super perception it. Perfect! Hey! Follow up! Oh, with the new mechanics! With the new mechanics! It only consumes key how far you travel. Hey, we already got this patch down. We got this patch down over here. Combos. The final attack of aerial combos and aerial slash combos will no longer be interrupted by guarding. So, you guys remember this combo right here, where you will follow up? Okay, stop using revenge counter now. Cooler. We already did that showcase before the patch. The character would always guard after this combo string. When you do the knockdown, right? They would always guard the final attack. Wait, that was the wrong combo. It was this right here. Up aerial strike. Boom. Boom. Follow up with triangle. They will always guard that one. But now it's unguardable. So we can actually land the entire combo string. I'm glad that they fixed that. Dude, because this was my go-to combo. Rush attacks during sparking mode. Gradual damage reduction of consecutive hits has been increased. So something similar to traditional 2D fighting games, you know, the stronger / longer the combo, the less damage you'll start doing. Same idea here. Before the patch, it was a 20-hit combo that just melted about 2 health bars. Now, pre-patch, let's go ahead and set the opponents to normal health, just so we can see how much damage we're actually doing. Sparking mode is about to run out here. Good thing we have all fired up. Again, an additional cost in terms of skill count, but here's the combo damage now. With 20 hits, it doesn't even do 1 whole health bar. That is pretty cool. It does maybe about 60% of 1 health bar. I like that. I think that's a very good nerf because, yeah, sparking mode, again, just the attacks itself would do max damage, and then you will lead it directly into an ultimate attack. Character switch. Health recovery rate of standby characters has been reduced. Z burst dash for giant characters. The tackle done by giant characters during Z burst dash is now guardable. Pretty sure they're referring to this. Before, players would just spam this. You couldn't necessarily do much, and again, you couldn't guard it. It was extremely overpowered, hence why players actually played as giant characters. But now, go ahead and switch the setting to guard. It's not a problem anymore. Yeah, oh my gosh, you can't even do the attack anymore. What the heck? Yeah, it's not even hitting the opponent. Hello? Alright, yeah, either way, yeah, we can guard it now. Next, we have the skill adjustments. All the insta-sparking mode basically received a nerf. It will cost an additional skill count. So, Kefla, for example, I'm number 1. This, before the patch, will cost 3 skill count. But now, it increased to 4. Which is good because I know a lot of players use this specific blast one. Next adjustments would be the skills that increase stats in general. Skill count consumed has been decreased. So, Sand Spirit. A lot of other characters have Sand Spirit, but before the patch, this would cost 3. They reduced it to only 2 skill count, which is pretty good, right? After Image Strike, I know that this was a very overpowered move pre-patch. It did receive a couple of nerfs, which I appreciate. Effect duration has been reduced from 15 seconds to 10 seconds. Shaving off 5 seconds, that's good. And will be removed if your opponent uses perception while you are under the After Image Strike effect. Going to go ahead and activate it. Now, he's punching. This will last for a total of 10 seconds. However, if I strike and the opponent super perceptions, the after image strike will disable pretty much. So that is a pretty good nerf. Now let's try that once more. Activated it and super perception. Boom. Now have Goku strike. Yeah, see, it disabled. Dude, that is an epic patch for after image strike. So basically, when you go up against, Videl, Master Roshi, Super Vegito, whoever else has after image strike, just spam the super perception, right? That's all you have to do. You do have to be vigilant still, just because I would say it's still a decent move to have in the arsenal, but they nerfed it pretty well. They shaved off 5 seconds, just spam super perception, or if you really want to, you can just fly away, wait until the 10 seconds is up, right? Next we have False Courage. The skill count consumed has been increased from 1 to 2. So it received a small nerf. Again, this is for all the characters who have False Courage, or going back to the general stat abilities, Sand Spirit, all the Sand characters who have that. Yeah, it's all across the board. Next, we have Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Technique, all I need is 5 seconds. Skill count consumed has been increased from 3 to 2. Oh, skill count consumed. So I think they mean decreased. Skill count consumed has been decreased from 3 to 2, and status increase upon activation has been increased. So again, it's just an overall buff for this attack.
I'll beat you in 5 seconds.
Look at that. The numbers besides the abilities, it says 8 now. So you would want to basically activate this when you're in sparking mode, right? So something like this, activate sparking. And if you can get your opponent in a combo string, followed up with an ultimate attack, that's when you want to activate the all I need is 5 seconds. 4, you can do max damage. Just capitalize on all of that. Dude, can this one-shot the opponent now or something? This is actually a pretty cool buff. Just because there are some conditions, right? You have to use it as soon as possible. Your most damaging attacks. I like that. Next, we have Blue Gogeta's Standard Barrier. You can now activate it while receiving melee attacks from the front. So basically, it's a great evasive move now, or it acts as an evasive. So while being attacked, you can just go ahead and use Stardust Barrier. That is good. I know this was technically already in the game, but for other attacks, for example, Explosive Wave. So basically, Stardust Barrier has the properties of Explosive Wave, where you can just use it, which is nice because they only cost 1 skill count. So he might be goated now. Blue Gogeta might be goated. That was everything for these skill adjustments. Now we have the blast adjustments. Now this is something I showcased earlier in the video, but the long range blasts and ultimate attacks speed has been reduced. For example, once again, just take a look at Super Spirit Bomb. Slow motion. It's in slow motion now. I find that kind of funny just because I'm not used to it just yet. Before it would just travel, it would just zoom, right? Super Vegito, Final Kamehameha has been adjusted a bit. And of course, the travel speed for the long range blast and ultimate attacks, that's for, again, all the characters across the board. These are more of the general updates. But Super Vegito, a very specific update. I don't know why they had to target my man's Super Vegito over here, but Final Kamehameha, heat consumption, and damage has been increased. So this now consumes a total of 4 key bars. But let's see how much damage this does. 13,000 damage. That's without activating the blast feature. And remember, if we activate that, it will increase the attack even more. So let's do that this time around. 15. Oh, that's like an additional 3,000 damage. That was basically 16,000 damage right there. Oh, all right, yeah, man, he's extremely overpowered, as he should be. Now we have Goku Mini with Quick Rush. Before, you couldn't move the trajectory of the rush attack. You would just go straight forward, right? But now we can do that. This was technically already in the game for some of the other characters, but Quick Rush specifically has been amplified a little bit, so we can move to the left, we can fly to the right, just try to break the opponent's ankles and catch him with the super attack. So that's good, just because I know Goku Mini isn't a top tier character, so him getting this is beneficial, right? And last but not least, In terms of the blast adjustments, we have Hercule's Present Bomb. Increased ending lag after activation. Okay. Increase ending lag after activation. Is that referring to the recovery time? I'm not too sure what they did there. Next, we have the character adjustments. So this is in regards to both Android 19 and Dr. Gero. They share the same adjustments. Health key amount absorbed on successful throw has been adjusted. So right now I have 2 health bars with 2 key bars. Let's see how much we regenerate now. All right, so we regenerate a total of 1 key bar. But as for the health, I'm not sure if they decreased the health gained or if they increased it. I haven't played as Android 19 or Dr. Gero before, but if I were to take a guess, I think they decreased the amount of health gained, correct? It seems like it. Dragon Dash, Quick Ascent, and Quick Descent now consume ki. So this feature, right? Because, again, the Dramatic Showdown Tournament, that's what the Sparking Zero Tournament is called, right? Players would just spam this and, you know, evade every single attack, but now they don't necessarily have infinite key source, which is why it was a thing in the game in the first place, because androids, they have infinite key source, right? Or stamina, whatever it is. But now all that will consume ki, so you could still do the method, but it would just drain ki, so that's cool. Next, character adjustment, Cell Second Form. You can now tech the throw.
Admit defeat.
There it is. So basically like any other grab, right? You can just now tech it. Cooler. So this one is an interesting one. Amount of health restored upon transforming has been increased. So let's just take some damage just so we can see how much health exactly. Let's deplete his health so he gets 2 health bars right there. Transform.
Let the bloodbath commence!
Oh my gosh! We had 2 health bars, correct? So basically we get an additional 1.5 bars. Whoa, that is crazy. Next we have Uzaru Vegeta and Dr. Relo. This is the last character adjustment. Maximum health has been reduced. So don't know how much health they had before, but now we have a total of 3.5 health bars, you know, leading up to the 4th health, again, for Dr. Relo as well. We also have an additional camera setting. We're going to go ahead and do one match showcasing this. So type A would be the default one, which is play focused, and type B will be more of the cinematic setting. This is something similar to how it was in BT3, where the camera would be a bit zoomed in, so the characters would be a lot larger. You can see what's going on with the actual, you know, combo strings, stuff like that. Check that out, dude! This is Budokai Tenkaichi 4! Yo, we're finally out of the beta. Sparking Zero is here. Look how zoomed up the camera angle is. No, this is cool. Now, I know we have to get used to this, but people who grew up playing BT3 wanted the camera to be just like this, but I'm glad how we have different options, because obviously we played Sparking Zero for what, 2 months now, so a lot of us are already used to the default camera angle. But this, I don't know, it's kind of cool. I'm liking this. This might be my preferred preference for now. I will do this comparison video later on, but it doesn't necessarily mess up your play style, doesn't mess up anything. Comment down below, just based off of viewing the camera, which do you prefer viewing wise, you know, default mode or where the camera is zoomed in a bit more. So I want to try to do this combo string, try to perform some of the new balance updates, right? Yo, 4 skill count for Insta Spark. Let's get it. Let's see if we can do this crazy combo. So again, as I just went over, the sparking combo is doing a lot less damage, which is a good thing. I don't necessarily know the different sparking combo strings. Oh, yeah. Oh, that was kind of clean. Oh, I didn't necessarily showcase the trajectory of the energy waves, right? Just the Super Spirit Bomb, how it travels extremely slow. So Super Kamehameha, it is a bit faster than Spirit Bomb. However, the opponent was a lot closer as well. We only have about a minute left. Let's see if we can win this with fashion. Oh my gosh! Big Bang Kamehameha! This is it for today's video. I went over every single patch in detail. If I did miss something, let me know down below in comments. I'll be sure to, follow up with a separate video. But man, Sparking Zero, or Budokai Tenkaichi 4, I guess we could say, is finally here. I know I've said that like 18 times already, but it's just true. Shout out to Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta for winning. Thank you guys for the immense support as always. And stay tuned for more Sparking Zero videos. I think I might bring back the online series. I have to practice though because I'm still extremely bad. But thank you guys once again, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace!